What goals did you set for 2025? If better sleep is one, Symbiotica's magnesium L-threonate helps you wake up refreshed. For gut health, their glutathione supports digestion and reduces bloating. Symbiotica is one of the most transparent brands out there, never compromising on quality or sourcing. Their products are free from seed oils, preservatives, toxins, and artificial additives, something you can taste and feel in every packet. Go to Symbiotica.com and use code IHEART for 20% off and free shipping. That's Symbiotica.com, code IHEART.
Big shout out to you for making it through the hectic holiday season. This new year, get clean, quality, pregnancy nutrient support off your to-do list, including Ritual's best-selling Essential Prenatal Multivitamin, designed with 12 traceable key ingredients to support a healthy pregnancy. With big changes coming up, take the small steps now and start today with 30% off a 3-month supply at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Okay, guys. Now, I know that when
I want to go on record as having said no before you even finish this sentence.
Guys, hear me out. This week is a magic-themed episode. I'm talking about one of my favorite magicians. So I thought to open up the show, I'd perform a little magic for you guys to get everyone...
How could this possibly go well?
I'm still stuck on this phrase, favorite magician.
Okay, one second. Let me get my costume. Hello and welcome to the
Whoa.
Unfucking believable.
I quit the show.
Come on, guys. I'm Chung Ling Soo, ancient Chinese conjurer played by an American white guy.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Come on, I got the rings and everything. Or lings, as I might call them.
Oh, Jesus. We just need to stop letting him call meetings.
Seconded.
Third.
2 votes.
Hello and welcome to Citation Needed. Never went to NYU Tisch, but I can say that phrase. This is the podcast where we choose a subject, read a single article about it on Wikipedia, and pretend we're experts. Because this is the internet, and that's how it works now. I'm Heath Enright, and I'll be leading you down this long and winding path. But what's an adventure without some magical creatures? First up, we have trolls of both the physical and internet varieties, respectively. Please welcome Tom and Eli.
Call me up in the middle of the night, drag me out from under my bridge where I was happily organizing bum fights. It's better be good, guys. Not morally good, to be clear, but just good.
It's about ethics in skepticism journalism.
And also joining us tonight, we have a knight squire
Master
thing,
defense.
and whatever, and someone who we're all pretty sure knew actual magic at one point. Give it up for Cecil and Noah.
Can't we just default back to the jogging thing?
No, Squire Master defender.
I have already read this week's script, and I would like to strongly disassociate myself with magic before we even get started. On the record.
All right, but before we roll the first D20 and order the pizza tonight, let's take a moment to thank our legendary patrons. These heroes of yore keep the show going. And if you'd like to learn how to join their ranks, be sure to stick around till the end of the show. Unless you might die in the next 30 minutes, in which case go make a pledge at patreon.com/citationpod now. It's a weird day for that guy. Anyway, with all that taken
we'll
care
direct
of,
you.
tell
We'll
us.
direct you to our estate planner,
Right?
Andrew Torres.
That plan works great until the next of kin cancels his credit card.
Well,
That takes a while. That's all I'm saying.
KARS cars for Citation Pod. All right. So tell us, Eli, what person, place, thing, concept, phenomenon, or event will we be talking about today?
Well, Heath, we'll be talking about magician and conjurer Chung Ling Soo.
well.
Excellent. And Eli, you scrolled through a web page while Another 6 tabs undoubtedly distracted you in the background. Are you ready to educate, elucidate, and enunciate? Okay. We'll take 2 out of 3, I guess. All right, let's get started. So, Eli, who was Chung Ling Soo?
Well, Heath, he was an American guy named William Ellsworth Robertson who performed magic in yellowface.
Or as I like to call it, cirrhosis face, or the mirror. I drink a lot. I drink way too much now.
Come on. Asian is one of the good ones. I quit the show.
Oh, you don't know the half of it, Heath. Born in Westchester County, New York, like all good racists, on April 2nd, 1861. His father was a vaudeville performer who specialized in impressions, dialect singing, hypnotism, ventriloquism, and magic tricks while performing in Charlie White's minstrel shows. And apparently, young William saw that and thought to himself, I can combine all that shit.
God. Wait, by hypnotizing a racist singing dummy and sawing it in half? I'm having trouble envisioning.
Finally, someone to unite these powerful forces into one Voltron-esque magic super act to undoubtedly be performed on corporate cruises to board executives who will immediately forget what they just saw.
This is Eli with 4 Disney crows taped to his arms and legs. Black people disappear a coin like this.
Jesus.
I shared that new piece with you in confidence, Heath. In confidence. Now, to be fair, Robinson tried to make it in showbiz as his own race first, performing his first magic show at the age of 14, and on the vaudeville circuit shortly thereafter, under the name Robinson, Man of Mystery. But as Rachel Dolezal taught us all, little makeup can go a long way in your career.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, because if you want to succeed, being white makes it way harder.
Well, it does if you want to succeed at BBC porn, Tom, and you're the guy.
Yeah, I feel like no amount of makeup is going to make that convincing. You can paint a twig, it doesn't make it a mighty oak.
Wait, I'm still stuck on BBC porn. They have porn? I was picturing a 22-minute unbuttoning scene.
Yeah, it's BBC 69.
And the whole thing is just a making of this movie documentary about this movie. Yeah. It's the whole thing.
Wait, we're going to pretend we wouldn't watch a porn starring Michael Marshall? Is that what we're pretending on this show?
Why would we pretend that?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Solidarity. Best friends. Now, in Robinson's case, he didn't try yellowface first. No, his first incarnation was that of Ahmed Ben Ali, where he performs the mysteries. I'm so happy. Yeah, the mysteries and magics of the fakirs. His words, not mine. As was the fashion of magicians at the time.
He just got like a color wheel of makeup in the back. He's just like, okay, now I know I need to be more racist, but my skin is really a winter, so...
Just like... Beep, bop. Boop molasses. No whammies, no whammies. Stop.
I love this. It feels like I'm going on a tour of racism around the world.
Yeah, right.
By the way, don't search for yellowface on Pornhub. On second thought, do search for it, but bring a moist towel.
When I'm done, they're all moist.
Mr. President.
So we're still, this act, and this will come back, by the way, was stolen, not from an actual Arabic guy, but a German magician named Max Ozinger, who performed under the name Ben Ali Bey. So it's one of those, if you rob a thief, is it still stealing questions.
Racism to the second power?
That is a great question. Let's ask CJ Whirleyman.
Let's rob CJ Whirleyman.
Jeez.
Right?
Oh, 3 votes, but we do it in blackface. We do it in blackface.
And follow-up question. If a cop shoots a white guy in blackface, does he still get acquitted? How does that work?
No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, though, because if they would get acquitted, then cops would just carry around shoe shine polish in their utility belt.
Oh, shit.
Wait,
yeah.
why would they want to hurt white people? That doesn't make sense. It's bad policing.
Because high school was hard. I want points at the end.
I'm confused about who's wearing the blackface in this circumstance. It's the cop that goes on beat wearing black. I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel alive. It just makes me feel more alive.
Wait, so if the cop puts on blackface, then he gets is that what you
Shoots a white guy, then he can shoot himself.
Who can you shoot then?
If the cop puts on the blackface and then gets in the car with Chung Ling Soo or whatever, that's like Rush Hour 7. Like that's we got the whole thing.
We're not even there yet, Tom. You're getting way ahead of us. Okay? Anyway, by 1896, he was performing in the shows of some of the biggest magicians in the world.
Traveling with such household names as
Hurtful but fair, Tom. Hurtful but fair. But you see, he desired to strike out on his own. And it was at this time that he learned a challenge had been issued by the Chinese magician Chung Ling Soo.
Wait, who was a black guy?
that would be impressive makeup.
Tom, please tell Eli you didn't mean that as a challenge. Just know
that's how it was taken and accepted, Noah. No, Chung Ling Soo was actually Chinese, which is why the story that follows is so horrifying.
And why we're hungry 20 minutes after we listen to it.
Exactly. Anyway, Chung Ling Soo, in the fashion of the day, like many contemporaries, offered a $1,000 prize, about $18,000 in today's money, to anyone who could successfully duplicate his illusions, which Robinson could because magic is super stupid and easy to figure out. For example, Heath, how do you think levitation works?
Like ropes that you can't see.
Jet boots.
Very strong ants.
airplanes,
Magnets.
Trebuchets.
tiny explosives,
Invisible bulldogs you ride on.
Visible bulldogs filled with helium.
allegiance with the devil,
Anti-gravity underpants.
A vial of David Blaine's blood.
the unrivaled gullibility of American audiences.
Okay, sorry, Cecil and Tom, but the answer was rope you can't see and the unrivaled gullibility of American audiences. But thanks for keeping the hope alive. That I'll,
Points for me and Noah.
yeah, thank you. That I'll still have a job when this whole podcast trend goes out of style. It's nice to know. Nice to know.
Don't even joke about that, dude. I have a mortgage. Or at least I could have a mortgage.
They're just
theoretically.
loan money. It's great. So it was like that. It was like what we just lived through, but with money on the line. However, there was a catch. See, this was the 1890s, and people were all stupid and full of milk-like. So Robinson had already attempted one of Chung Ling Soo's challenges and failed. He had guessed like visible bulldogs full of helium. So Chung Ling Soo refused to meet with him.
He's like a paranoid login screen. He got like one password, like, you must complete the CAPTCHA to take my challenge again.
Right. And this is really important because as a result, it appears that Robinson was like, oh yeah? Fuck you. I'll pretend to be a Chinese guy for the rest of my life and steal your act.
What?
For the equivalent of $18,000, he is going to pretend to be a Chinese guy for the rest of his life.
It escalates to a racial thing so quickly.
Yeah, right?
Who does that? Just like, sorry, sir, we're out of hummus. I'm Arab now. Allah Akbar. Dude, I'm, first of all, Mexican. I just work here. That doesn't even make sense.
Still.
We're splitting hairs.
I feel like I'd have to be pretty pissed to pretend to be Chinese for the rest of my life, but I mean, if that's what the fortune cookie says to do, I mean, what choice do you have?
How do you pretend to be Chinese anyway? Do you carry around a fake perfect SAT score?
I am glad you asked, Cecil. You see, in 1900, Robinson learned that an agent was looking for a Chinese magician to perform at the Foire Bergeret in Paris.
Nope.
Yep. He accepted the job and quickly created a new act based on Chung Ling Soo's magic show, by which I mean he stole Chung Ling Soo's act.
Did he start a phony dry cleaners? Is that what happened?
Dude, this is the 19th century. He built railroads, obviously.
Died
Thank
building
you.
railroads.
Thank
Noah.
you.
Come on.
Now, here's where it gets amazing. Cecil, you were wondering out loud on a recording how you pretend to be Chinese? Well, Robinson began dressing in traditional Chinese attire, shaved his facial hair because a common belief at the time was that Chinese people like couldn't grow facial hair or something. Painted his
Jesus Christ.
They just shouldn't. They just shouldn't.
So should 50% of the people in the studio, Tom.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that for you, buddy. It's not working. It's just slim.
You're right. You're
It's
right.
just not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fill in.
Tom. One day.
I'm just going one long hair and just wrapping it in circumference around.
And you're just going to name it Hope.
I'm waiting for puberty. It's gonna happen. I'm still hopeful.
Just a comb over beard. Awesome.
When is the second?
It's really a comb under, actually.
I'm coming up from the pubes is what I'm doing. And then bringing it like over the ears and then down and around. There's a technique to it. You guys don't know anything about this.
So the white guy then painted his face with grease paint.
Oh, God.
And began wearing his hair in a traditional Chinese manner and adopted the name Hop Sing Soo.
Hop
No.
Sing Soo. Hop Sing Soo. Real
No.
Hop fucking Sing Soo. And no one suspected this guy was just a Richard Spencer of magicians. Hop Sing Soo.
I so thought you were kidding about the yellow face. No, I just assumed.
I never kid about Yellowface. No, it's like Barron Trump.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm not even going to make the follow-up joke because Cecil's just going to delete it. So why waste all our time?
All right, and by the way, another follow-up. Let's just like really get into the philosophy here.
Oh, please.
If Marky Mark beats up Hop Sing Soo, is that still a hate crime? What is it technically at that point? Because just, epistemologically, I don't know if it is.
Is it justice because they're both white? I don't know. And guess what?
This episode's going to get us some angry emails.
Okay. Guess what also, aside from what Noah said? Robinson's new act was a hit. And by the time he began performing in London, he had perfected his act and changed his name to Chung Ling Soo. A direct shot at his now nemesis, and I can't emphasize this enough, actual Chinese man whose act he stole.
Wait, Chung Ling Soo to Chung Ling Fu?
Well, hold on. I'm getting an idea. You can change. See, so how much of the money that you earn do you keep?
I keep all of it, like decent people do.
That's it. I'm changing my name to Cecil.
Okay. But for the record, British and Australian people can pronounce Tom.
Damn. Where I get all my money.
And to be fair, I could here. Stop deleting my Thomas Rich jokes from the show, Cecil. I see you, Cecil.
This is great because I'm going to delete that too.
So Robinson, now Chung Ling Soo, set about creating a fanciful backstory for himself.
Well, if you're going to be an imaginary Chinese guy, be an imaginary Chinese guy with a fucking backstory.
Right?
Yeah, like Mickey Rooney.
Exactly like Mickey Rooney.
This guy's like he's like a yellow-faced Banksy. It's like Yanksy. He's Yanksy.
I'm Banksy, by the way.
the river.
It works on so many levels.
It's the best.
It's the river.
Oh, you got Cecil. Yanksy was the line for Cecil. I didn't think it would be Yanksy. All right, so as Chung Ling Soo, Robinson claimed he was the American-born son of a Scottish missionary who married a Cantonese woman. He claimed his father was a descendant of the Campbell and Robinson clans, and both of his parents died before he was 13 years old. As an orphan, Soo said he had been taken in by a Chinese magician named He.
Is that a pirate laughing?
So
If I had to write out Heath's laugh phonetically.
it's actually worse than that. So apparently, this isn't in the Wikipedia article, so I didn't know if it counts. It was He Houdini, like Harry Houdini. Seriously? But I think that mixes up the timelines.
He's just daring people.
I don't know.
He's just daring people.
I don't know when Houdini. It might be Hardin because Houdini's later, so there's a whole thing. But yeah, He, who trained him to perform ancient Chinese magic tricks mixed
Chinese
with more
secrets.
modern European magic.
What?
Pick a finger trap. Any finger trap.
There is a dab of yellow face paint in my palm. Try and snatch it. Trained him?
This seems like a super elaborate story for a guy who's just going to tie fake knots in a rope.
Right? And in that moment, Cecil summarized all of magic without meaning to.
I feel like he meant to.
Doesn't hurt any less. Now, as Chung Ling Soo, Robinson maintained his role as a Chinese man scrupulously. He never spoke on stage claiming that he spoke no English, though he would occasionally say phrases in broken English like happy be here. And always used an interpreter when he spoke to journalists, where from every source I can find, he would speak fake Chinese to another fake Chinese guy who would translate it into English. Literally, like, because he didn't speak Chinese, so he was just like, and the other guy was like, he says he likes card tricks.
They both sounded like two pugs barking at each other.
Worse still, Sue's Chinese wife, Su Xin, acted as his assistant. Su Xin, also one of Robinson's invention. In reality, she was a white lady named Olive Dot Plath, an American whom Robinson claimed was his wife.
Speaking of tying fake knots, though, I mean,
Eli, I gotta call bullshit, man. No one invents a wife. You invent a mistress. You invent an excuse for that mistress. You don't invent a wife. Made any sense at all.
She's real. I've had sex with a woman. I met her at camp, internment camp.
Oh, God.
She's real.
All right, wait. I want to make sure I understand all the layers here. So to summarize, the fake Chinese guy that fakes shit for a living had a fake Chinese fake wife that fake interpreted his fake Chinese. We have now raised our bullshit to the 6th power.
We sure have, Noah. We sure have.
Also a layer of yellow face paint.
Fun side fact, Tom's right. Olive Plath wasn't his wife, since he never divorced his first wife, Bessie Smith. Funner fact, later in life, though he continued to perform and tour with Olive Plath as Su Xin, he began an affair with a third woman with whom he had multiple children.
Yeah, see, this is why imaginary China is so overpopulated.
They have one imaginary child policy. It's just like, exactly. You're one imaginary child, I have one imaginary friend. It's like, God damn it. Fucking crowded in this thing.
Oh, but it gets crazier. You see, as Chung Ling Soo, Robinson quickly became a popular stage magician in Europe and eventually became one of the highest paid performers on the vaudeville circuit. So much so that other white people, thinking he was a Chinese guy, stole his act, pretended to be Chinese themselves.
What the fuck? It's like racism inception.
It's like the top falls over and like it splits and there's a Russian nesting doll of racist caricatures just pop out, making shit disappear.
I think I finally understand cultural appropriation now. I think I finally get it. I think I got it.
Snarky email. But gentlemen, this story actually gets worse.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But before Eli tells us about Robinson's like super popular internment camp trick, that's what's going on next.
You're actually kind of close. Spoilers, kind of close.
We're gonna get emails from people who are like, that was the Japanese. Look, they all look alike. It's okay.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks for saving us those emails, Tom.
All right, we're going to take a quick break for a skit right now. And, oh, shit. Yeah, I'm sure the skit's going to be super tasteful, too. Jesus. All right. If I just keep stalling here, do we stop? Or what happens? Can we just cut the show?
We've made so many racist jokes. Heath is uncomfortable. What have we done? What have we done?
Uncomfortable. All right, it's time for apropos of nothing. Just cut to the thing. Do the fucking music. I don't know.
Okay, now hear me out.
No.
Jesus, Eli, again?
No. not. I'm David Blaine. Look, I felt bad about the whole thing earlier, and I know how much everyone loves David Blaine, so I just thought that...
Dude, it's not...
Look, I know Blaine's a little bit of a joke, but his magic is really strong, and honestly, he created street magic as we know it today, so I just thought that it would be...
I'm sure that's true, Eli.
I mean,
but
look, his work with Spike Lee, his modernization of the character of the sort of extraordinary man that Houdini developed, and how he transformed that into sort of a shamanic character. I mean, it's a little inside baseball, I know, but he's really, really...
You are in blackface.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I am ashamed for you.
Well, yeah, he's black, right? Is he black? I think he's black.
I don't... Guys, I just... Like, really? Why are we doing this? I don't like it.
Heath, you're going to be fine. We've gone over the steps. We've rehearsed. There's really nothing to be worried about here.
Yeah. Okay. Like, I guess I've got the cooking part down. I'm not worried about that. So.
Okay. And the script? I mean, I thought we went through this pretty thoroughly.
It's not the script. That's not it.
But is it the camera? I mean, I get it. I understand. It's just that, Tom and I had the same thing when we were doing the live stream at first. We both had nerves, but you get used to it.
No, I don't care about the camera. That's not the problem either. It's
okay. So, what's the issue?
You guys put Tom and Eli in charge of wardrobe. That's the issue. I feel like that's definitely it.
Yeah, but Heath, I mean, how bad can it be? It's cooking ramen with Heath. We had to give him something to do. Noah and I handled all the real work. Besides, you know how those two get when we don't pretend to value their contribution.
Wardrobe time!
No, I am not wearing that. Absolutely not. Nope.
Oh, yes, you are, Heath. We are going authentic Japanese for this.
Japanese.
Dude, I'm just boiling ramen noodles like from a package. There's nothing authentic. That's the whole joke. I'm not wearing like what even is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's a Mawashi standard sumo loincloth. You are going to look great.
No.
Much roomier than they
Hold
look,
on,
actually.
I'll put it on him if you just
God
Deal,
damn it.
Deal. And Heath, when you come out, now remember, you stomp your foot twice before entering the cooking circle.
No, I quit the show.
Why do all our ads for this segment read cooking llamas with Heath?
trying to appeal to our target audience. You have to meet people where they are, Cecil. You have to meet them where they are.
Seriously, Eli, we wrote all this down for you. All you had to do was say it.
I will not be a puppet.
Tom's
I've got him.
Did you just kill Heath?
Hey, I just I hugged him a little.
Hugged him?
Were his eyes leaking blood earlier? I thought they were.
God damn it, Tom! Heath is my best friend.
That hurts, Cecil. It does. That you would lash out when I'm vulnerable like this, my time of loss. But moving on, we can explore my show now, my soul food cooking show. I'm thinking of calling it Rib Tips. Rib Tips. Get it? Part cooking demonstration, part minstrel show. It's all black-faced. Paula Dean's already on to be the co-host, guys.
I quit all of the
Rib
shows.
Tips.
And we're back, and I'm pretty sure we're very, very sorry for whatever just happened. So, Eli, when we last left our hero, he was pretending to be a Chinese guy with a fake Chinese wife. How could it possibly get worse? Do you have more story? Or?
Oh, Heath. How about destroying the career of an actual Chinese guy?
Wow. Have I mentioned that I quit the show? I think I said that earlier.
You have, Heath, but I haven't. So the story continues.
I am washing my hands of this. Washed hands. I'm no longer involved.
In January 1905, Soo was in London for an engagement at the Hippodrome. His rival, you remember the actual Chinese guy, magician Chung Ling Soo, was performing at the nearby Empire Theater. Now, by now, Chung Ling Soo was aware that Chung Ling Soo was actually William Robinson, and that he had virtually copied his entire act and race.
You say that like it's a bad thing, but I feel like Eminem's made a nice living out of this business model.
I'm just picturing a magic rap battle in like Chinese versus made up Chinese.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up after the skits.
I'm not. We can go back.
No.
How anyone sounds.
Fine. So, Chung Ling Soo publicly calls out Chung Ling Soo as an imposter and becomes intent on publicly exposing him. In order to gain publicity, Chung Ling Soo's promoter publicly announced that he would duplicate at least half of Chung Ling Soo's illusions to prove that he wasn't the real original Chinese conjurer. His words, not mine. Which, to be fair, he was not the original Chinese conjurer.
No, I feel super confused about who's who. I wish the real Chung Ling Soo would just please stand up. Please stand up.
And maybe pull a bee rabbit out of a hat. Bee rabbit. 8 Mile, crushed it. That was Eminem's character's name.
I feel like we're going to get to the climax of this story where someone has to shoot the real one and they're just going to catch the bullet in their teeth.
Spoilers, Cecil. Spoilers.
I actually wrote that joke before I read the end.
So Soo accepted the challenge and agreed to meet Fu at the offices of the Weekly Dispatch for a press conference. However, when Chung Ling Soo realized that the press was not interested in Chung Ling Soo's real identity and only wanted to watch an ancient Chinese magic battle.
Yes, that's all I would want to watch too. That's it. What?
So
this is Voldemort versus Dumbledore out here.
Exactly. So he realizes this and he refuses to attend the press conference and backed out of the challenge.
I would suffocate muskrats to know what the early 1900 British press was envisioning here.
I don't like to give notes, but you offer that a lot. You offer that quickly and often.
Do we have muskrats?
I would find.
So,
are you hiding muskrats? That's fine.
The episode was a huge public embarrassment for Chung Ling Soo, who went on to play the Empire Theater for only 4 weeks, while Chung Ling Soo's engagement at the Hippodrome lasted 3 more months.
An episode that was a huge public embarrassment. I wonder what that would be like.
Yeah. That would be like.
I feel like epically Scooby-Doo level lost at this point. Like I should be taking off the mask of the imposter, but I have no idea which one is the real Mr. Jenkins. Just pulling at everyone's skin.
They just pull a mask off of Scooby and he's Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah. It's an offensive 70s cartoon.
It feels like this is the part where the original Chung Ling went off to mimic a Native American in red face. You know?
Sounds about right. By the way, Eli, just great topic. Really glad you picked such a nice guy for your essay. This is awesome.
Well, should have let me do my John Bonet episode, Heath.
Never, ever. Nope.
Would it help if I end my story with Robinson's comeuppance?
Maybe. Okay.
What if he gets shot doing a super racist magic trick?
I am listening.
You bet your ass you are. So everything's going great for Robinson. Everyone thinks he's Chinese.
Wait, I just want to point out not very often that those two clauses fit right together like that in history.
Pretty singular, yeah.
We're going to get terrible Chinese iTunes ratings now, guys. Just terrible.
They think he's Chinese, he's a star, he's defeated the actual Chinese guy, but he's getting a bit of bad PR at the time for being Chinese because the Boxer Rebellion was going on and making the white people who he performed for, who thought he was actually Chinese, nervous.
He's just taking communion, smoking opium. No, I'm on your side, guys. I love Jesus.
Kinda what happens. So, according to Milbourne Christopher, author of The Illustrated History of Magic, who I should just say for the record, for people who care about what's true and not, is the yik yak of magician historians. But I love this story and his book, so I don't care.
We know you don't, Eli.
Yeah.
We know.
Thanks, anyone knows.
It's about ethics in magic journalism.
Thank you. Robinson senses this hostility and makes up more fake backstory about being against the Boxers and starts performing a brand new trick called Condemned by the Boxers.
Where he sends out a snarky email, right?
Pretty much. Where he gets lined up against a wall on stage the way the Boxers were lining people against walls and shooting them in actual China at the time by 2 assistants dressed as Chinese boxers and shot firing squad style. Robinson would then use his ancient Chinese magics to catch the bullets out of the air or in his mouth and drop them onto a plate.
Oh my God, me and Cecil were both accidentally right.
You're damn right you were. You're damn
I feel like
right
it should have
you
been
were.
chopsticks. He didn't. Thematically, I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure to be an asshole, but like that would have been good thematically.
I like that in order to show everyone not to be nervous about the boxers, he concocts a narrative for his show where he gets shot by the boxers. This makes total sense. Don't be worried and just watch him shoot people.
I have seen this, I think. There's an Asian up against the wall, gets shot, spits something out, but I think it was a champagne glass, not a platter.
Just like the fake boxers doing their patter on stage before the trick. You're just going to be hungry for another bullet in a half hour. Am I right, America? All right. But blam.
No, definitely different than the movie I saw, because she was hungry for a long time. She had her mouth open like a robin feeding. Like she was hungry.
Batman comics got weird. So, honestly, if I do nothing else in my career, the fact that I just made however many thousand people picture Robin taking a cum shot, I win. I win. You never get to not have that thought in your brain, and you all had it. No one was like, oh, Batman comic. Nope, you all had the thought. I planted it, and I won. It's preserved in digital form forever. Just old women checking out Wikipedia podcasts. I like Wikipedia. Citation needed. Ooh, Chung Ling Soo. I bet he's a magician. Zoom. So, on March 23rd, 1918, Robinson was performing at the Wood Green Empire in London. He performed his act without incident until he got to his famous condemned to death by the boxer's illusion. That night, as one of his assistants fired at him, the gun malfunctioned and fired a live bullet into Soo's lung.
No. That literally can't be true. The gun did not malfunction. The gun functioned perfectly. That's actually how guns work. That's exactly what guns do.
Well, the gun worked like a gun. That's fair. Anyway, Robinson, again, who's never spoken English on stage and has been a Chinese guy for years now, falls to the ground and screams in perfect English, "Oh my God, something's happened. Lower the curtain."
That's the best trick ever. Somebody shot English into him. Maybe the bullet was loaded with Rosetta Stones.
Yeah, exactly.
This a guy comes out on stage, his whole career speaks broken English, fake Chinese, and his last moments were just him Thomas Smithing, finding a dead headless body in perfect English. Just fuck, motherfucking damn Brian, fuck, oh shit. So Robinson is taken to Passmore Edwards Cottage Hospital, but he died the following morning. He's buried in East Sheen Cemetery in East Sheen, a suburb of London. And what's an episode with me saying things that are true without some outright lies? See, there are a ton of legends surrounding Robinson's death, and unfortunately the folks at Wikipedia have managed to debunk most of them, but damn it if I'll be held to those standards. First and foremost, though, the cause of Robinson's death was a buildup of powder in the barrel of the fake guns he used. But rumors persisted long after his death that his accident had been orchestrated by Chung Ling Soo and his scorned lover, Su Xin. Another apocryphal bit of fun: for many years, legend persisted that, before he died, Robinson displayed tremendous regret at having lived a double life as a different race. According to legend, the doctor tending to him at his bedside told him to, focus on the joy he had brought to people and the magic he'd brought into people's lives, to which he is said to have replied, "I am a series of masks covering something long dead," and then died. A sentence I have never been able to forget, and now neither will our audience, along with the image of Robin taking a cum shot. So
I guess only if they have crippling depression.
Right? Yeah. I love that sentence too, Eli. I actually have it tattooed on my balls. So
my balls are a shell, a round, pink, tender shell, opening and closing and opening. There should be a testicles monologue, right? Shouldn't there be? Is that okay? Testicles monologue. Point being, Eli considers himself a series of masks covering something long dead. Tom considers his testicles to be the same way. And they're both an absolute joy to share a comedy show with.
Thank you, Heath. Thank you.
What was that sentence we were supposed to remember?
Flushed it from the ram.
All right, Eli, if you had to summarize what you've learned in one sentence, what would it be?
How about if you chung for the ling, Sue best not miss.
What? Top drawer.
Are you sure?
Drawer, Eli. All right.
Thank you.
All right, Eli. Now that you gave us that amazing wordplay, are you ready for a quiz from the panel?
Bring on the boxers.
All right, I will start, even though I don't have any idea what that means. Which of the following is Jackie Chan or whatever his name is, least favorite sports team? A, Arkansas School for the Deaf Leopards. B, I love that one. The Frisco Fighting Coons.
Tom really likes
Jesus.
A.
C, the Hereford White Faces. D, the Pekin Chinks, whose logo looks like a shitty takeout menu, by the way. Or E, the Butte Pirates.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Now, Tom has bolded two of these answers in his notes. So I'm going to go with the Arkansas School for the Deaf Leopards.
That is.
So I like Sweet Home Alabama.
That's
Least
not.
that's his least favorite. These are all real, by the way. I did not make any of these up. These are real
Really?
school
Are they really?
mascots.
D is real.
These are real
Absolutely
school
not.
mascots. None of this is made up. Absolutely true.
D is real.
These are all real. The Butte Pirates.
D is real?
Yeah,
Yes,
D.
these are all
I'm-
real.
I'm-
D,
I
the
know you're having a great
this-
time with the Butte Pirates over there, but
Yeah, I
D. D.
Yeah.
Fucking D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pekin Chinks, Pekin, Illinois.
Shut the fuck
Pekin,
up.
Illinois. If you, the Pekin Chinks.
We have to go. We have to go. We have to go.
Impossible.
We have to go.
Impossible. How did that? How the? Are you kidding me?
Holy shit, I
my
just
God.
Googled it. He's
He's
right.
right.
The school teams were known as the Pekin Chinks from the 1930s until 1980. What?
Shut the fuck up, Pete.
Until 1980. Oh my God. Until 1980. Show's over. We can't. We just need to. Those people are still alive. We can find someone who was like, why do we gotta change it?
Go, Chinks.
I would pay an infinite amount of money for a Pekin Chinks leather jacket.
And then in 1980, they became the
find 'em.
Beijing Chinks. They
Oh
became
my
the
God.
Beijing Chinks. And that's unbelievable.
There's no, I mean, like, seriously, I will bid on that till I run out of credit. I will just be like, yeah, fucking just keep your fucking arm up with the paddle in the air, motherfucker.
You'll pull out the business credit card. All right, Eli. Here we
That'll
go.
be the 6 digits before
gotta-
it's not mine.
I gotta.
I'm on Google. There's literally nothing you could do to take me away from my Google results right now. They are.
I have to read this question, Eli. Here we
All
go.
right.
What other things did Robinson do off stage to help perpetuate the rumor he was Asian? A, reluctantly taught bullied kids martial arts. Oh, God. B, intentionally drove his stagecoach poorly. C, talked.
Wash my hands of this whole thing.
Or D, none of these. All of these are super racist. Open brackets. Eli, pick this one. This is the right answer. Haven't we had enough racism today? Question mark and brackets.
I am going to choose D, the Pekin Chinks, whose logo retained until 1980.
It is D, but for the wrong reasons. Go, Heath. Jesus.
All right, Eli. Who was the most racist person today? Was it A, Noah, B, Cecil, C, Tom, D, Chinese people? They're racist for thinking we're racist. That was racist that they even asked. I don't know why they would ask us about, like, we're doing an episode here. That was kind of like interrupty. Or E, you, Eli Bosnick, picked the subject and wrote the 2 skits that included Chinese jive talk. It's obviously you.
Again, my answer is D, the Pekin Chinks, whose logo remained until the 1980s.
No, it was D, Chinese people.
So again, he got it right for the wrong reasons. All right. Eli, upon hearing this story, Trump began to suspect that a significant percent of China's massive population was faking it. What other reason does he have to suspect that most Chinese people are secretly Western magicians? Is it
I'm listening.
Most 500 million Western magicians. There's just nothing left to disappear. It's just all gone. There's just nothing there anymore.
Yeah, well, I have it on good authority that math not working out doesn't really sway him.
It's a bigly amount of the Chinese. It's a bigly amount of Chinese people believe this.
So is it A, the fact that Chinese people have a relatively low income compared to other types of Western entertainers? Is it B? You're right at the top of the heap, Eli. How does that feel to be in the top 10 percentile of your entire career? So B, he's pretty sure that would allow him to take their wall and it's already assembled.
That'd be so convenient.
Yeah, somewhere to put his solar panels. Yeah. Was it C, Trump asked Marky Mark if he could beat up a magician and he said yes. Seemed enthusiastic too. Or was it D, none of the Chinese people he's met will let him rub their faces to see if the grease comes off.
Oh my God.
Gotta go with D. The Peking. Yeah, the Peking chinks.
No, I'm sorry. No, it was C. I'm sorry, Eli. Trump. Marky Mark actually would not
I told
beat
you
up a
the law
magician.
changed. I knew it.
Disappearing. And,
I want to fight Marky Mark.
I want to let you fight Marky Mark.
I'll lose a fight to Marky Mark. That sounds hilarious.
It does, actually.
he's going to come out in the giant, sumo wrestling inflatable. Amazing.
What were you fucking doing? Every time you hit me, you hit yourself, bro. Every time you hit me, you hit a perfect image of yourself. It's like looking in a mirror. Mirror.
Eli starts bouncing his tits at him.
Not funny. Some people have bouncy tits. Whatever. All right. So, well, congratulations.
Only when you jog.
To Noah. he stumped the expert on horribly racist magic. So, Noah, you get to choose next week's presenter.
To make up for the racism in this week's episode, I propose the guy who keeps asking why we can't do a eugenics episode. That would be Mr. Heath Enright.
All right. Well, that's locked in. And doing eugenics. And also included in your victory gift bag is reading the answer to last week's Twitter question.
All right. Well, last week we asked for ideas for what to name our ghost hunting website, and our winner is Natalie Bohemian, who offered up 404 error page not found. Pretty good. Unfortunately, that's taken, but it's a good idea.
And what question do we have for the tweeters this week?
All right, that would be, what were some other offensive characters Robinson tried before settling on Chung Ling Soo, and what tricks did he perform as that character?
Oh, shit.
No, Twitter's great at this kind of shit, guys.
Perfect.
Twitter is amazing at this stuff.
Very good point.
I love when the Twitter questions are 2 parts. They get 140 characters. They have to answer 2 fucking questions and retweet our episode.
All right. Well, good luck with that. And for Noah, Eli, Tom, and Cecil, I'm Heath Enright. Thanking you for hanging out with us today. We'll be back next week, and I will continue being an expert on eugenics. Between now and then, you can learn about religion, politics, bad movies, and current events from our shows, The Scathing Atheist, God Awful Movies, and The Skeptocrat. Or if you prefer something more food argument based, you can listen to Tom and Cecil over at Cognitive Dissonance and nothing else. And don't forget, if you'd like to help keep this show going, you can make a per episode donation at patreon.com/citationpod, or help us out with a 5-star review everywhere you can. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, check out past episodes, connect with us on social media, or check the show notes. Be sure to check out citationpod.com.
I'm a series of masks covering something long dead.
Hey, Noah.
Oh, hey, Cecil. What's the matter, buddy? Can't sleep?
Nah, I can't sleep. I keep thinking about China.
Yeah? What about China?
Well, just how awesome a place it is. I mean, amazing people. Did you know that they invented printing and the compass? They were also the first to make gunpowder. They came up with the concept of negative numbers.
Huh. Right, Gutenberg didn't invent printing?
No, actually, he just tweaked it and popularized it in the West. And today, China is the largest population of any country, a huge infrastructure for high-speed rail. In fact, more than the rest of the world combined. They're an enormous economy. They manufacture and export to the planet. Their culture is celebrated all over the world.
Yeah. You know what, Cecil?
Yeah, Noah?
No matter how many good things you say about China now, you're just not going to cancel out all the racism in this show.
I know, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, no, and it was a good idea, kiddo, but now it's time for bed. You need to get some rest. You got a big day tomorrow, champ. We're covering eugenics.
Noah?
Yeah, big guy.
Can I leave the light on tonight?
You sure can, pal. Good night.
Oh, and no, one more thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Can we do less racist stuff in the future?
No, we can't.